The economics of military expenditure. Part 1. Public goods. Traditionally, military spending is viewed as a public good with non-excludability and non-rivalrous consumption. Non-excludability implies that, once established, defense infrastructure benefits everyone, regardless of individual contributions. Non-rivalry indicates that one person's defense benefits doesn't lessen another's. These characteristics justify government intervention to circumvent the under-provision linked to the free rider problem. While this framework clarifies why military spending is necessary, it prompts further questions. Does this account fully for the actual expenditure level? And does it sufficiently assess the broader economic impact of the military sector? Part 2. Military-industrial interplay. The classification of military spending as a public good grows more complex when factoring in the military-industrial complex. This term captures the intertwined relationships between the military and its supplier industries, including arms producers and service providers. These connections can distort national defense goals, challenging the straightforward public good narrative. Ideally, military expenses should be driven only by national defense needs. Yet, the military-industrial complex introduces self-interest, with defense contractors and lobbyists possibly swaying policies and budgets for their profit. This influence may inflate military spending, potentially sidelining other crucial public sectors like healthcare or education. The tendency for overinvestment can disrupt the economy, leading to inefficiencies and resource misallocation. It might also foster a climate of fear or aggression to justify increased military spending, yielding significant societal and political consequences. So, while military spending aligns theoretically with a public good, the vested interests within the military-industrial complex could hinder its optimal provision and service to the broader public interest. Part 3. The macroeconomic lens. The public goods framework, valuable in explaining the reason for government-backed military spending, is largely a microeconomic analysis. It concentrates on the individual or firm level, and doesn't always consider the broader economic impacts of such spending. It clarifies the rationale for government intervention but may not fully recognize the wider influence of military expenditure on aggregate output, employment, and technological innovation. Here, military Keynesianism, a macroeconomic view, is crucial. It suggests that government spending, especially on military, can stimulate economic activity and create jobs. It shifts attention from individual benefits to the broader societal and economic impacts of military spending. It recognizes that large-scale military investments provide security, spur technological progress, and strengthen economic growth. Military Keynesianism also factors in the possible multiplier effects. An increase in defense sector spending can boost income and consumption, leading to additional growth in output and jobs. In this context, military spending isn't just a public good, but a strategic tool for macroeconomic management. Part 4. The radical view. Military Keynesianism, which posits military spending as an economic growth driver, can be critiqued for potential inefficiencies and risk of fostering military expenditure dependence. Critics suggest that growth could be achieved via investments in high-return sectors with societal benefits, like education, healthcare, or sustainable infrastructure. An economy heavily reliant on military spending could inhibit private sector innovation and lead to resource misallocation, resulting in less optimal outcomes. Conversely, a Marxist theory, underconsumptionism, provides a different take on why military spending persists despite these inefficiencies. It portrays military expenditure as a stabilizing mechanism for capitalist economies. In capitalism, the production process surplus must be reabsorbed into the economy to maintain stability and avert economic crises. However, capitalism's wealth and income inequalities often result in insufficient consumer demand for this surplus absorption. Here, military spending can effectively absorb the surplus, preventing excess commodity build-up and preserving economic stability. Hence, underconsumptionists maintain that high military spending continues not because it's the most efficient resource use, but because it's a stabilizing force within capitalism's inherent dynamics. Part 5. The final word. Economics is a field comprising diverse theories, each providing unique perspectives on military spending. Our understanding of military expenditure, its need, and impacts are largely shaped by these theoretical frameworks. The pivotal question is, does military spending fuel economic innovation, or does it simply reinforce existing economic structures? It's essential to question oversimplified narratives that depict military spending only as a public good, and to critically examine political claims about its absolute necessity. Unveiling the true implications of military spending requires deeper scrutiny of underlying motivations and potential consequences, while always recognizing that our analysis is influenced by our selected economic theory. Thanks for watching.